now. So my name's Angel Falk. I'm the fitness angel, and I'm excited tonight to share what Kim and I are doing. Dr. Odom is joining us as well. Kim reached out to me. You want to tell him real quick the story of how we met?
Yeah, I actually have been following Angel on Instagram for a couple of years. A friend of mine had been it's called Juice Plus, and a friend of mine had been using Juice Plus for quite some time, and she had shared it with me, and I just kind of was curious one day, and I looked online to try to learn about it, and Angel popped up on Instagram, so I started following her, and I would watch her videos, or she always had such happy videos. She always had such good words of encouragement, Bible verses, and just she'd always have such great, personable, fun stuff going on. And I was very into watching what she was doing. So after, as y'all know, after I graduated, I had a hard time finding a job, and I'd been kind of a little bit down and out. But I actually reached out to Angel because I started watching her. It's like, she just really has a lot of good stuff going on, and I want to kind of know what she's up to kind of learn a little bit about it. And I knew it was about nutrition, and I love nutrition. So I contacted her through Instagram and said, can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing? Because, you always have such an upbeat personality. You got such a great personality. I just love watching you, and you look like you have a lot of fun. And I want to learn a little bit more about what you're up to. And so she reached back out to me and asked me if I could meet with her. And she lives in Murfreesboro, so it's like 45 minutes away. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool that we can meet up, and I can meet her in person and kind of talk. And so when I met her, she just has such a bubbly personality. She shared her story with me, and she sold me as soon as we started talking. And we have so much in common because we both love fitness and nutrition. And her story moved me so much, and it was very interesting. And I can't wait for her to share it with you guys. And then talking to Dr. Odom, he's a doctor, and he's an OBGYN, so he's very interesting too. So I'm going to let her take over because she has such great information, and that's what we're basically here for, y'all to hear what she has to say.
Thank you. Yes, she was just such a precious light who reached out to me. So when we met, we just had so much in common. I'm so glad we're doing this together. So, Kim loves nutrition, and I really didn't know the first thing about nutrition. I was a school teacher, second grade, and got married. My husband's a pharmacist. I became a stay-at-home mom and was perfectly happy teaching aerobics, just getting into fitness. I love jumping around all the time, always jumping around, working out, exercise. That was my passion. And then I started losing hearing in my right ear. Went to the doctor, and they said, let's just keep an eye on it. And it got worse and worse. And one night I heard this crunching noise, like paper being wadded up, and then heard nothing. I was completely deaf, and went to the doctor, finally got an MRI, and they said, you have a tumor growing in your brainstem with tails intertwining the nerves, keeping you alive. So it's going to be very tricky surgery. So I had a 14-hour brain surgery and 2 neurosurgeons here at Vanderbilt. And I feel like they saved my life. They said I could have just died in my sleep and never known. So really, the symptom, losing hearing, was a blessing. I always say when something's going wrong in your body, that's God saying something's wrong. So got the surgery, and I had to relearn to walk, talk, swallow, everything. I lost my facial nerves. I can't move the side of my face. My eye won't close all the way. But I was so grateful to be alive. And especially because I had a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old. And that was just the most important thing to me, was to be around for my kids. So I did well. I bounced back a lot faster than they thought because I was fit. I was very strong, had a strong heart, all that. But then it grew back a year later, and I had to have radiation. And I got really, really sick. I lost my hair. I had spots all over my face, lots of little complications. And after that, I realized something's missing, because I knew all about fitness and exercise, but I wanted to know more about being healthy. And so the research I found just said fruits and vegetables were the best thing for anybody. It's easy. Anybody can do it. We just need to eat more. We need to eat a variety and eat the rainbow really every day, every color consistently. preferably raw, preferably vine ripened. So, you know how hard that is, right? I love vegetables, but I was pretty much eating about the same 5 or 6, eating some fruit. But I knew I wasn't getting enough. So when I met a nurse and she took me to an event, a nurse at Vanderbilt, and the event was basically about children's health for helping them get more fruits and vegetables. So when I went to that, I knew I needed to start. And what I loved about Juice Plus is it's not a vitamin, because we had lots of vitamins. We were taking those. But when I was doing my research, I found that vitamins are not always absorbed in your body. And so you're just urinating them out, and it's waste. It's expensive urine. So what we need are fruits and vegetables, which go into your bloodstream. That's bioavailable. So I found out that the company takes fruits, vegetables, berries, and they blend them, and they use the skin, the pit, the seed, and that's where most of the nutrition is. It helps fight cancer and really every chronic illness. So they take the water out, and then you only have the nutrients, and they put it in a capsule or a chewable. And so if an adult orders, you can sponsor a child to get complimentary fruits and vegetables. So
You
I
see
wanted.
it? Yes. Sorry, my aunt's on here, so she's watching it via phone.
Oh, okay, good. That's awesome. So I definitely wanted to do that, and I wanted it at the best price. And if you become a partner, it's kind of like a Costco membership. You pay $52 and then you get money back on all your orders every month. So I did that. And I just really wanted to get my family healthy, me and my kids and my husband. He had a lot of stress at his job, and he has kind of that personality where he gets stressed. So we had to really try to fight that as much as possible. And yeah, so that's how I got started. And then several years went by, and I had several customers who were loving it and getting great results. Their children weren't constipated anymore. They didn't have allergies anymore. My kids' allergies went away. My son had asthma. He outgrew that. Everybody felt better, had more energy. And then Dr. Odom reached out to me. He saw my name on a report because I had several customers, and he asked would I like to make this a business. And I said yes. It was perfect timing because I had tried to go to work at a place called Healthways. I don't know if you ever saw that in Nashville. It's in Cool Springs, but it was sitting in an office on the phone 8 hours a day, and I was miserable. I hated it. So I decided to do this. So now this is what I do. We share with our friends and family, like people like Kim that I meet who love nutrition. We just want to share what we have. And so I'm going to show you a short video. It's about 2 minutes. And it has Shannon Miller, who's an Olympic athlete, and she's talking about why she chose to take Juice Plus. She's actually at one of our farms. Okay, here we go.
I've faced many challenges in my life, from striving to win gold at the Olympics to surviving cancer. But one of my biggest, most fulfilling challenges is being a busy mom, raising happy kids who live healthy lives. That's why I lean on Juice Plus as a way to give them the nutrition they need. But where does that nutrition come from? Well, I'm here to find out. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the importance that you place on quality and how really that production process works, getting all of these great fruits and vegetables into that capsule. It's kind of farm to capsule for Juice Plus.
Yeah, so we start out, the first step, let's start at the beginning, is just planting the seed. And then we irrigate the field, watch all the crops slowly come up, and when it reaches that peak of maturity, just at the opportune moment, we go out there with the harvester and collect all the different fruits and vegetables.
That's the fun part.
It's the best part. Yeah.
All right, so we are here, and we're actually just down the road. In fact, we came from the farm earlier today, and that was fun because this is in such close proximity.
Yeah, so what you saw, the fresh products in the farm, we bring that product in, we have it frozen, and then we can use it at any point that we need to make whatever various blend for Juice Plus we need to make.
For me as a mom And as an advocate for women's health, it's really important to read about and hear about quality and about the importance of packing as many nutrients into the final product. But to actually come out here and to see the entire process step by step from farm to capsule has been absolutely incredible. And I would just encourage everyone to make Juice Plus your one simple change.
So that's just a short video, and it always brings tears to my eyes because I feel like kind of like I've been that mom, you know, you just want your kids to be healthy. You want to be healthy, you want to be strong, and we know the best nutrition comes straight from the farm. And so this is just an added way to get more. And I'm going to introduce Dr. Odom to you now because he shares really the science behind it. And Dr. Odom, y'all know, is from Jackson, Mississippi. He, hello, Aunt. He has delivered over 17,000 babies. So I'm sure you know somebody that has been treated from Dr. Odom. And he also was medical director of an anti-aging clinic, which I love because I think we all want to stay younger longer and live a better life, right? So I'm going to just pass it to you. And also he's been with Juice Plus for 24 years with the Juice Plus company. So thank you, Dr. Odom.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Kim, for putting this together. And thank you, Tommy and Joyce and Ronald and Nancy. And Aunt, I didn't get your name, but I'm glad you're on too.
It's Dr. Kathy Vaughn.
Oh, Kathy, is this the aunt that's the veterinarian?
Mm-hmm.
So where are you, Kathy?
I'm in Jackson, Mississippi.
So tell me where in Jackson, because I live in Jackson.
I have a business. My business is on Northview Drive in Jackson.
Northview?
It's on Northview Drive in Jackson.
Yeah, that's close to North Side, isn't it?
Yes. Meadowbrook.
Okay.
Meadowbrook.
And Meadowbrook, yeah. Tell me your name one more time.
Kathy Vaughn.
Vaughn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I live in Bellhaven. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're right around the corner from me.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, ma'am.
Small world.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So how did I get involved with Juice Plus? Well, I grew up in South Mississippi, Hattiesburg, actually, and went to school there, then went to medical school, and then started practicing medicine in Jackson. But when I was young, my dad was a football coach and a math teacher, and we grew up with 2 gardens, and we lived out of those gardens literally all year. And the only meat that we ate, he either fished and caught it or he hunted and killed it. So my mother would go to the grocery store and buy coffee. Milk was delivered to the house, but we literally ate the plant food that my daddy grew. And I hated pulling those weeds, and I hated shelling those butter beans and those black-eyed peas and those crowder peas. And I just, but now I appreciate so much the effort that they went to feed us the way that we all should be eating today, but we just don't do it. So it's too easy to buy something in a box or a package. It's too easy to buy processed and food that has added ingredients like sugar. And, you know, there are over 50 ways to camouflage or to hide sugar in a processed food. They have all different names and all different ways that they can get it in there because they want you to like it. In fact, they want you to like it so much that you'll buy it again next week and the week after and the week after. So that's what that's the way we've been eating since I was one of those World War II babies. And part of the problem with processed food is that's really when all this began, when they developed ways that they could feed the troops, those C rations and all these different ways that they could at least give them calories. So, but practice, you know, Kathy, that Mississippi, we have a lot of poor health, a lot of disease. We have the highest rates of, you name it, high blood pressure, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, heart strokes, all those things. And we're now realizing so much of that is traced to what we're eating. And what we're really finding is it's traced to what we're not eating. So these foods that I grew up eating, and that most of you probably have had a garden, and if we ate the way that we should, if we ate real food, you saw in that video that when the crop is mature, that's when it's picked. We call that vine ripened food. If we all ate that every day, we would all.
He's freezing up.
Dr. Odom, you're freezing. Sometimes my internet messes up too. Well, I'm just going to message him and see if he wants to go to another room. He might already be.
Here, I gotta sit up.
Stand up, do 10 jumping jacks. Everybody get a break. We lost Dr. Odom.
Get over this way.
Let's see. I think I'll call him.
A little bit this way.
Oh, he's getting up. He's probably going to get back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do y'all have any questions for me while we're waiting?
Do you want to talk about the Tower Garden while we wait, or you want to have Dr. Odom talk about it?
I'd love to share the Tower Garden. The Tower Garden is an aeroponic growing system. So it's really cool. It has, well, I could screen share. Let's see. Screen share and just show you. Let's see. Let me go back to this. Let's add another thing. Let's see, towergarden.com. We have lots of videos and things, but this just gives you a picture. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a picture. That's a Tower Garden back here. You can do it indoors or outdoors. Teachers love them. A lot of different places, hospitals even. Community centers, churches, there's homeless shelters who have them, but you grow 30% more healthy food 3 times faster. And it is actually more nutrient dense. So it tastes better, smells better, has better nutrients in them. And this Saturday, we have an event in Murfreesboro with a Tower Garden farmer. There are farmers who have, you can get like 9 of these at one time or 3 to just have more. And this is the Flex, it's outdoors. I have the Flex. And then we have an indoor one that's newer called the Home. It just started raining, didn't it? Let's see. This is some pictures. I love that. Look at that. That's in a greenhouse. Look at all those Tower Gardens. There's so many things you can do with it. It's great for families, but when you pull it out, the roots are not even black because it has water and minerals that you put in the bottom and then it goes up. And that's why it's called aeroponic. Let's see. Let's see if there's a short video. Let's see. This has the shop. Oh, this is, you can get it without lights or with lights. If you get the lights on it, you can pull it inside. And let's see. No, I don't want that. Let's go to, let's back up. Let's look at the school gardens. I love having them for families. This guy started in New York City because the children never got fruits and vegetables. So he got one for the classroom and now he's got them in schools all over the world. So it's really, really cool. Let's see if I can find a short video. Let's see. Let's go back.
I just bought one. I'm going to get the seedlings this weekend. for
Yeah.
us to start growing our vegetables at home. So it saves money on groceries. And that way I can eat from here instead of having to constantly go to the store and buy salad mix and stuff.
Yeah, if you eat a lot, it is so good. They say if you spend $15 a week on fresh vegetables and herbs, you're paying for a Tower Garden. And then some people just buy them out front. That's what I did with mine. So let's see if I can find the video here. We have all of our videos here. Here's how the Tower Garden works. Let's show this one. Make it bigger. Isn't that cool? It really grows so fast.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your Tower Garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden the healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
All right. Dr. Odom called and he said he could talk through the phone, so we'll put him and Aunt Kathy together. Hello, you're on. Do you see anybody? We could FaceTime.
We don't have internet here, so I'm so sorry.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Well, tell us what you were going to say. We just showed a video on the Tower Garden.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I saw where you said that's what y'all were talking about. Okay. All right. I've forgotten now what I was talking about, except that I grew up with my folks. My dad was a coach and a math teacher, and we had gardens, and that's how we grew up. That's how we lived. He was very anti-medicine. He never went to the doctor. I never knew him to be sick. One day when he was in his late 60s, he just died. He just had a heart attack, died. So, but he was a smoker. He was one of those bands men or whatever back in those days where they didn't really know what we know today. And so sad. I just hate it. I hate it today that people don't know how to be healthy. And it's so simple.
Right.
We just can't eat all the things that we've been eating. Other countries have much better health because they don't eat the way that we do. So our message literally is to get back to the basics. And the basics really mean fruits and vegetables, plants, fiber, lots of water, activity. You don't even have to go to a gym, but your job should cause you to burn calories. Milking cows or working in the garden or walking, just whatever, just movement. We ought to get 8 hours of sleep. We watch way too much television. If we didn't have, in fact, when I was a kid, we didn't have a TV till I was a teenager. Isn't that crazy? So we did not have a bunch of money, but we never missed it. We didn't know what we were missing. So it was not that big a deal to us. But today, we know so much about what plant food can do. We know what it does to our genetics, to our DNA, to our heredity. We know that we can turn genes on and off. We didn't know that 20 years ago. We know what it does for the bacteria that's in our health. It's called our gut flora. A lot of people call them probiotics. That's the good bacteria. We didn't know any of this even 15 years ago, 20 years ago for sure. But we know so much more today. And literally, Juice Plus didn't know any of this. Research today is just showing plant food is what we've been missing. So we get on that diet, our health instantly improves in 180 degrees, in a full circle. Everything is better. Our mind is sharper. But the biggest thing is that we reduce the risk for all these.
Poor Dr. Odom.
He lives as far out as I do, apparently.
I guess so. He's about to move. You're on mute. You're on mute. No, Angel's on mute.
I muted myself because we were making noise in here, forgetting that Dr. Odom was on my phone. Sorry.
I thought his phone cut out.
It was
Poor
me.
Dr. Odom.
I'm being, yeah.
That's funny. So I guess I have to repeat all of that. Okay.
He just said we need to get back to basics and move. We got that, right?
Anyway, that's the bottom line. So plant food is the answer, and it's all about reducing risk. We could use the word prevention, and that means you'll never get something. But you can't tell people that they'll never get cancer or stroke or heart disease or autoimmunity. But we can say you can markedly reduce the likelihood of it happening. And that's something that we didn't know. When I went to medical school, we learned how to diagnose and treat. We didn't learn about prevention, and we didn't learn about lowering your risk. And even back in the 50s, and I have it, and I'm bringing to you, Angel, the next time I see you. Mm-hmm. It's a American Cancer Society poster, and it says, reduce your risk of all cancers by eating these 30 foods. And of course, these are superfoods. Mm-hmm. These are, a lot of them are in Juice Plus, a lot of them. So that's the key. We've known that, we just didn't know that. So we knew of it, but we didn't understand it the way that we do today. And again, that's what Juice Plus provides. We have a fruit blend, a vegetable blend, and a berry blend. And all of these foods by themselves are powerhouses, but you put them together and they're superfoods. They literally are being shown to add years to our life and life to our years. So we have more energy. We have less of this brain fog that you hear people talking about. And literally, I had it when I was practicing medicine. I was tired all the time. But now I don't. Now I get my 8 hours. Now I'm drinking nothing but water. Now I'm focusing on plant food, and I've never felt better. I'll be 77 in just a few months, and take no medicine. My wife is a couple of years younger, takes no medicine. Together, we're over 150 years old and no medicine. 5 boys, they're all grown. Not one of them has a medical condition. One of them did have asthma. Another one did have allergies. Another one had horrible skin. He took Accutane, and then he was one of the older ones. And then when we found Juice Plus, the younger ones, their skin is beautiful. And that's what you get when you do this consistently every day. It's just it's the consistency that is the magic. Eating plant food, 90% of every meal, every day, for 24 years, it just enhances your health. It just helps your body come back into balance. I know, Kathy, you know what I'm talking about there with homeostasis, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
I'm
She
sure
said yes.
her head, nodding her head. Yeah.
She said yes.
She said yes.
Yep. So this is the direction we're all going. This is the way medicine is going. We're way ahead of the curve. People are trying to catch up. Kim is right on that cutting edge because she just got out of school. I'm sure they're teaching that. I'm sure they're going to be teaching that in all of the holistic classes and integrative medicine, complementary, all of these different words saying, we need to think out of the box. What we've been doing for years just isn't working.
Mhm.
We as doctors, we've been treating symptoms. We need to treat the root cause. We need to get down to it. What is it that's causing these things? And let's stop it. And I'm telling you, the biggest thing that we can do is change the way we eat.
Mhm.
And the biggest change in our diet is to get more plant food. And today, instead of a food guide pyramid, it's a plate. It's called myplate.gov. And 87.5% of every plate, every meal, every day, 3 meals a day, 21 meals a week, should be plant food. And if we do that, our health returns.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That is so good.
So please don't tell me I have to repeat that one more time.
Well, I need to get me a little plate. He usually has his plate for us.
Yep,
He
he
holds
does.
it up.
He shows the plate.
Yep. Well, wow. Do y'all have any questions after that or any comments? Anything to add?
Well, I know what you're thinking, and that is how do we get this? How do we get started on this bandwagon? And that's where your niece, your daughter, your cousin, I'm not sure who all we have on here, but I know niece and daughter. So she can help you get started.
Mhm.
She got started a few weeks ago. Angel got started a few years ago. I got started a couple of decades ago, and it's the smartest thing I've ever done. There is no question in my mind. I had one grandparent that I knew. The rest of them died in their 40s. One of them died in the 30s.
Wow.
So we did not have that longevity, living long gene. And so, but it's because we didn't know. It's because I didn't know until literally 30 plus years ago, 35 years ago. In fact, I was in my late 30s when my mother was diagnosed with colon cancer, and the doctor said, you need to eat more antioxidants. I didn't know what he was talking about. So I started taking vitamins. And then with all the reading that I did, and investigation, trying to determine what do I need to do to consume more antioxidants. He didn't say take them. We take food, but we eat. We take medicine, we eat food. So I say consume. So every book I read said get your nutrition from real food, not from man-made sources in a lab or a factory, like vitamins, multivitamins. That's not the answer. Food's the answer.
Mhm.
We don't have a vitamin deficiency except very rarely in the United States. We have a significant whole food deficiency.
Mhm.
And that's where Juice Plus fills in the gaps of what we're missing at the dinner table. So it's easy, it's convenient. These powders are in a capsule, they're in a chewable. You can get one or the other. I'd strongly suggest if you can swallow pills, doing the capsules, the powder and the capsule. And that's what's made such a difference for us.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story.
Well, thank you for being the technician here so that we can connect the listeners. Thank you so much.
It's kind of funny. I've never sat here with a phone. Kim's got a phone. We're determined. We're
We do
determined.
what it takes, don't we, ladies?
Yes, absolutely. Well,
I know that my
go
phone's
ahead.
about to die and I don't want to lose her, but I know that I wanted her to kind of know a little bit, all of them to know what it is that I'm trying to tell them about this product, what is in the capsules, so they understand if they have friends or family that ask about it, so they know that it's all wholesome.
Yep, it's fruits
all
and
it is.
vegetables in a capsule. That's what it is. Fruits and vegetables in a capsule. And then we have our vegan protein powder. If you want to get more, we have more superfoods, 15 superfoods, and you can make desserts with it. You can make pudding with it. You can make, it comes in a bag like this with a scoop, or you can get single serve pouches. But it has things like spirulina and broccoli sprouts and radish sprouts and just things that you don't typically eat, but that help your body fight off disease and feel better. So I love it.
This can be, excuse me for interrupting, Angel. This can be very confusing if we're talking about phytonutrients, and then now we're talking about complete. So the phytonutrients, the antioxidants, the fruit, the vegetable, and the berry blend, those are complex carbohydrates. We also have a protein source that's all plants. And that's what she's talking about now for the pudding and for desserts. And we actually make smoothies or shakes with them. That's our breakfast. It's a protein powder. We add some almond milk or some kind of plant milk, and usually lots of green things like kale or spinach, and sometimes fruit along with it. A lot of people will add bananas and blueberries and strawberries and cherries, and so you can make whatever, but it's all plants, and you mix it together. Thank you. The internet's on, but I'm just going to continue here so I don't try to get on and then lose y'all again. But anyway, so that's the second thing that we have, this protein powder. And then so there are 3 macronutrients. They're called proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So we talked about complex carbs, carbohydrates. We talked about plant protein. We also have omegas. These are healthy fats. And these are fats that our body can't make. So we have to get them from another source. They're called essential fats. Called omega-3s. So, but it comes from plant sources. It comes from berries. It comes from seeds, and it comes from algae. And the cold water fish that eat the algae, like salmon and halibut, those are very, very tuna. Those are very healthy for us because they have high concentrations of omega-3s. But we go straight to the source, and we use the algae oil as one of our sources, along with berries and seeds. So Juice Plus has all the macronutrients covered. They started with the complex carbohydrates, the fruit, the vegetables, and the berries.
Yep.
So that's what we have, and we're just making it simpler and easier and more powerful. And our company is constantly innovating new methods and new ways to extract this nutrition. That's really what we have. It's not calories, but it's nutrition. And when you break it down to a micron or to a small size, it's called micronutrition. And that's what we get when we're consuming these fruits and vegetable and berry powders. We're actually getting micronutrients. Almost all of them function as antioxidants.
Is it Diane, Kim? Okay.
Yeah.
We need to say goodbye to Aunt Kathy.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
All right. That's okay. I'll wrap it up.
Y'all take over. Thank you for including me and letting me work through this internet issue here.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Odom. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah. Tell Kathy she needs to look me up, call me, or give her my number. That's better, and I'll come.
I will. I'll definitely do that.
Great. I'd love to go visit her in person.
That'd
Sounds
be
good.
Awesome.
You hear that, Aunt Kathy?
Yes.
Okay. I'll give her your number so that y'all can get in contact, and I'll give you her number too.
Well, you can give her mine. I would love to visit with her. She may not want me to call her, but
Oh, she's fine with that.
If she reaches out, I'd love to respond. And if she wants to have a little closer connection, I'd love to do that. So that would be
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Is that okay with you, Aunt Kathy? Are you there? Aunt Kathy?
You might have lost her.
Yeah, I think her phone's done.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Are you there? Yeah,
That's okay.
it's died.
You can give it to her tonight or tomorrow, whenever.
yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. She
All
could
right.
probably see. They used to make Juice Plus for cats and dogs.
Yep.
Oh,
Did
really?
you know that?
No, I didn't.
And there are a lot of people today that feed their dogs, especially cats not so much, but dogs, Juice Plus.
I have a customer who gets it for her dog. She does. It's the fanciest little Pomeranian named Lucy. And Lucy gets her Juice Plus every day. And Elizabeth, who's on our team, she gives her little dog Harley the gummies. He loves them. It's so funny. But yeah, that'd be a good thing for her to know.
Just so y'all know that the capsules, the way that they make the capsules is they take the actual fruits and vegetables, and they actually take a lot of fruits and vegetables. It's like dehydrating them, an enormous amount of them, and then they make it into a powder. So that's what they put in these capsules, is just straight fruits and vegetables. That's all it is. And that's when they tell you they want you to eat like 50% more, you're basically getting your 50% more in the capsules. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just so y'all understand a little bit about what we're talking about when we say the capsules. Is there's no like medicines or antibiotics or anything in it. It's all natural. So when you're taking it, you're basically consuming a couple of meals worth of vegetables in a couple capsules.
Yeah.
And that's what we do every day. And I just started Mom and Dad on it. Just so they could kind of see if it makes a difference in their, in getting energy and helping them with, medications and stuff like that. It's really good. A lot of people said it helps their allergies. I was listening to somebody the other night. It helped their allergies. Their allergies actually completely disappeared. Yeah. Asthma cleared up. They were talking about the omegas. They were using that, and they were blending it from when they had eczema. They were placing it on their arm over the eczema, and it was clearing it up the next day. It's amazing because it's all natural. It's the omegas that they were talking about. So not fish oil, because you know how fish oil kind of makes you kind of get burpy and it tastes fishy. The actual omegas that she's got in her hand is actually a liquid, and it's actually seaweed, algae from isn't it algae?
Is that what it is? Berry oil, pomegranate seed oil, tomato seed oil, and algae oil. Yep.
So it's all natural, and it's basically the same thing as what you would get in the fish oil, except it's better.
Yeah, we skipped.
So I just yeah. So just so y'all kind of know, I wanted you to understand, like if I talk about it in front of people, so y'all kind of understand that what it's about, and you know that it's natural and it's not something that I'm trying to like medicine wise put people on.
Yeah. Do y'all have any questions?
They're quiet.
You can unmute. Tell your parents they can unmute.
Mom, Dad, you have any questions for Angel?
No, it was all explained really well. So yeah, we're trying them.
We're trusting your daughter.
Huh?
Dr. Odom said, "Thank you for trusting your daughter." She's not going to steer you the wrong way.
I go, here, take this. Don't ask any questions, just take it.
She's done a lot of research for me. She's helped me a lot.
Good.
This is going to be helpful too.
Good. I know it will be. Well, all right. Well, Kim will check in with y'all and answer any questions that come up and see if you want to get started, or if you might know somebody who's looking for some help with their health. So Kim, she has her degree in nutrition, so we know that she has been schooled well and she knows all about it. So make sure you send your friends to her to get help in that area. And she's about to get certified in her fitness degree too. So we'll be doing fitness and nutrition together.
Oh, no.
She's gonna have you up doing
I need to exercise.
She's not gonna have an excuse now. That's why she said, "Oh no."
She's gonna practice on you. Look out.
No more. I can't do it.
She's a taskmaster.
Oh my goodness, I believe it.
Hey, Kim,
Yes, sir.
we may lose you. My phone's going down on me and I've
It's
got it.
okay. We're finishing up right now. It's okay.
It's been very good.
Well, thank you guys for coming and watching and listening to what we had to say. And if you have any questions, I'm here and I will be checking in on you and just seeing if there's anything you need.
Okay, we appreciate that.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it.
Well, we're glad to do it.
Y'all have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Sounds
Love you.
good. Have a good night.
Thanks, y'all. Thank you so much. Thanks, Kim.
Nice to meet
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you, Dr. Odom. Okay, good night.
Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So